Calculate the unknowns in each of the following diagrams, giving answers to 1 decimal place. Well, if the angle 62 is here in this right-angled triangle, then this would be the adjacent and this would be the hypotenuse. So we'd be using the cosine. Cosine of the angle is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, and therefore x is equal to 18 times cos 62 degrees. And we can just calculate that. So we have got 18 times cos 62, and that is 8.5 to 1 decimal place. Now we want to work out this angle y. This is the opposite, this is the hypotenuse, so that's the sine. Sine y is equal to 10 over 13, which means that y is the inverse sine of 10 over 13. So shift sine 10 over 13, 50.3 degrees. Now we've got a couple of unknowns to find here. Well, no, we haven't. We've just got to find the z. But we don't know enough information in the top triangle here. But we can work out this side, and then we would have enough information. And that side there we can find using Pythagoras. That is the hypotenuse, so it's going to be the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. I happen to know that's 5. Of course, you could calculate it if you didn't know that. And then if we look at the angle z, this one is the opposite, this one is the adjacent, so we're using the tangent. So tan z is equal to the opposite divided by the adjacent. So z would be the inverse tangent of 5 over 2. So we have got the inverse tangent of 5 over 2. Gives me 68.2 degrees. Zelda is 1.6 meters tall. She is standing 14 meters from a tree that is 4 meters tall. She is looking up at the top of the tree. Draw a diagram to show the situation, indicating the angle of elevation. So if I have Zelda here at 1.6, and then we've got 14 meters over here to the tree, and the tree is 4 meters tall, then Zelda's line of sight, if she's looking horizontally, would be like that, and she'd be looking up at this angle of elevation. We want to calculate the angle of elevation. So if we look just at the triangle up here, so there's the angle of elevation. This distance is 14, and this distance here is 2.4, which is, of course, 4 take away 1.6. Now this is the opposite, this is the adjacent, so the tangent of the angle is 2.4 over 14, which means that the angle is the inverse tangent of 2.4 over 14. And so we have the inverse tangent of 2.4 divided by 14, and that gives me 9.7 degrees.